Well, welcome back, Beowulf Nation. It's I'm Beowulf, back at it with another video. Man, look at it, already something's popping out right there. That's crazy. Alright, so if you guys are new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. Existing subscribers, hit the bell notification, and we're back at it with the Kawasaki SXR 1500 video. We are in the water. I almost wore the wetsuit. It was getting that cold, but I changed that. It's hard to see with everything, but I put the Riva Racing handlebars with the ODI grips, Riva Racing end caps, and then the throttle lever through Riva Racing. So yeah, it's nice to get back out on this thing. I have their tune that I'm going to be doing, the Maptuner X, but I didn't have enough time to load that up, and plus I wanted to try this out because the handlebars, you can already feel like everything's a lot different. It's a lot better grip on my hands, but they're farther forward than farther back. Nice and calm, not a lot of people out. It's nice to get back out on this thing. The water's cold, but it's about 74, 75 degrees. That's why I was like on the fence about wearing a wetsuit or not, and I was just like, what the heck, it's still in the 70s. It'd be silly to throw one on just yet until it gets colder. Yeah, it's nice to get back out on this thing. I noticed the hand grips stick out a lot farther, a little farther than what the ski is, which is a lot different because the other ones were more like this, and these ones are more like, I'd have to say, a little bit straighter. If you haven't seen some of the other past videos, I'm running the Riva Racing Sponsons, and the Sponsons that I'm running, they're in the lowest down but the farthest forward. I found when I was at Lake Geneva that was the most comfortable riding it. I'm not sure what it would be like here because the current's so strong, but the reality here is riding the stand-up here isn't really on turns, because even though it looks really wide, it's really not. So you can't really be like making tight turns because there's so much debris and whatnot. Even the same with the sit-down skis, is you're able to maneuver a little bit more. I'm just not at a skill level to be really making super tight turns just yet. My goal is to, but everything is a work in process. So my biggest thing is just where the thing feels stable riding with the high current, because the high current here, it just makes the thing feel like it's on black ice. And now that there's sharks and alligators here, I mean, I'm trying to avoid my best not falling in the water. And you see bubbles and all this stuff. I don't even know what makes me keep on coming out here with it. I'm buying the new 2021 Yamaha Super Jet, and I'm like almost changing my mind. I'm just thinking to myself, what am I doing out here sometimes? The big gator lives underneath this bridge, and it's like every time coming here, I'm like, all right. And now my arms are hanging way off the side. Yeah, real fun. You just try not to think about it. Hey, because you see, when you got all this stuff, like the leaves and stuff, that could get stuck up in the intake grate. This one has Watercross of Texas intake grate, so it's wider open. It's kind of why I'm on the fence not running stuff like that anymore, because I'm just afraid it's a better chance of sucking something up when you're riding out here, and you really don't want to be stuck out here. Especially with this. This would suck to be stuck out here with this. So pretty much everything is set up right with the throttle cable and whatnot. So let's do a test run and see what happens. It's pretty straightforward. I mean, but you can't even probably see with the GoPro because I'll be far forward on it. But we're almost out of the snow wake zone. Let it rip. Go travel down a little farther away. This is where this alligator lives. I'm not hanging out here no more with this thing. Got to run in with my RX before I sold it last ride. Yeah, I'm gonna stay away from here. Definitely. I'm positive everything's right, but I mean that's the only thing that would make the thing ride so weird. Fine there. Sitting there. I'm just making sure everything's set up right, because it's like that's the only thing I think. It wasn't, the holes weren't lined up. It's really, yeah, everything's lined up. That's just super bizarre. Make sure nothing's well, with that in there, not sure if that would make a difference. I knew something was wrong. Huh. Well, I'm not really sure if something like that caught would change how it rides. I don't know. It's just the hard thing with this and what the Sea-Doo was is the current here really makes these things hard to figure out what's going on. I found it easier to ride when I went to like lakes and stuff. Then you come here, it's just a lot harder to ride. It's really confusing. Like before it would just go, and this is just moving, but I don't even know how that would make a difference. My only guess is the move. It was interesting is the setting they're in. I liked that the most when I was at Lake Geneva. Really liked how it rode. It felt really stable. And here it's like, I don't know. I mean, I could quickly change this out, go back out and see how it rides. Well, let's try it again. I mean, it could have been just stuff stuck in there. I just know all the other settings, it felt a lot more wobbly. I don't know. This thing's just getting me super confused. Super confused. SVHO. It's like pretty cool. What's that? Yeah. I have no clue what he said to me. He's yelling something, but I can't understand what he's saying. Now I'm wondering if this could have been it, because if it was jammed up like that, it could be changing how the thing rides. So that's the plus. The hard thing, the one thing that's the hardest out of these stand-ups, this is the only boat ramp that really works for this. But thus it's tons of alligators. So it's just one of those things like you don't see them, but I've seen too many alligators this year. And there's some article you're just gonna see them more and more. It's fun taking this thing out, but I kind of think I'd have a little bit more fun with it. Maybe in a Kawasaki Ultra 310R or something. And I think the Midwest, this thing's tons of fun to ride. Here, the hard thing is there's lakes, but they're far away, like 2.5 hours. And the hard thing when I got puppies and stuff like that, I can't take the whole day of fair road trip. It's kind of hard. I love this thing so much. It just gets a little frustrating when you come out here. And it's not really, I want to say, the skis issue. It's just this, what people don't realize, this current here, it's a super, super, super difficult place to ride. Really difficult. It's not easy. Probably out of all the places I've ridden, this is probably the most, it doesn't seem technical, but it is. It's just, there's a lot with the current that changes here that really changes the performance of the ski. And I've really felt it the most with this and with the Sea-Doo. It's definitely, the GP 1800R sometimes, not always, you know, it's once in a while maybe. This is just, the current is just so strong. And it doesn't look it. That's the thing that's so deceiving. Yeah, that's where I'm getting at the whole example of why these big wide open intake grates are not worth the money. It's just like, I don't know. What I might try doing is putting them back to stock. The right plate in the intake grate, I'm not sure. I mean, the crazy thing is there's just this thing is just constantly always changing how it rides. Because before I got this thing where I could go full speed, kneeling, you always felt you had a hold of control. And if you're not having control kneeling on it, you don't want to be standing up on this thing either. I mean, all around what my goal was with this is have a nice platform to ride in. Every time you come out here, you're not worried about changing this, coming back. It's just a lot of work, even adjust the sponsons, which is nice to do. Really, where you don't have a beach area and stuff, it's just a little harder to be finding places to do all that. You can see how the water's a lot. You can tell how it's turfing up right in here, because you can just show how rough it is. Because you can tell right in here, it's a little. You can tell how the current's moving side to side in there. You can tell it's a little rougher. changed the setting and head back out. I mean, it's worth figuring this all out. It doesn't take that long to change the settings. I don't think I've used these Sponsons yet on intracoastal. I think my first, I think the first time I used it was at Lake Geneva. This thing is just super hard to figure out. You go to one place like Lake Geneva, this thing's easy to ride, it's tons of fun. And you come here and it's like every time I've gone where I go to the Midwest and then come back where I'm like, okay, now I've gotten a lot better. It's like you take 10 steps forward, going somewhere else, and then come back here, and you feel like you took 20 steps back. Basically what I feel like right now. I feel like everything I learned, I'm going back. Super frustrating. What's that noise? Oh my gosh, what's going on? It's smoking. Holy cow, there is something wrong with it. Oh my gosh. I knew something was wrong with it. What is going on? Well, there's no water in here. Yeah, definitely I'm not changing settings. If this thing, I was hearing some noise that I was like, what was this noise going on? If the smoke was coming from this side. That is weird. I started smelling something and I started hearing something like a sizzling sound. I was like, what is this? I come and turned my head around and I thought like someone was following me. Man, what is going on with her? That is so weird. whatever it is, it's not smoking anymore. Man, this got me worried. Whew. Man, I told you there was something, like the thing wasn't handling right. That is so... Let me make sure I turn off the power on this thing. This is just really weird. I don't know what's going on. Man, that was a little scary at the end. I mean, what is going on with this thing? I haven't ridden it since I was in the Midwest, but man, that's freaky. There was like smoke and then it stopped. I don't know what's going on. Didn't see like any leaks or anything. Really weird. Really weird. Man, that was scary. That was scary. Yeah, usually that's the best thing to say right there in this video. If you feel there's something wrong, don't keep on riding. Check it. But if it's still persisting, it probably means there's more going on than what you might think. That's crazy. That is really got me worried. Oh man, I don't even know what to say what's going on. I am a little clueless to give any tips of what I think is going on with it. I have no clue. But it was like right at the tail end, I started hearing this sizzling sound. There's no water in there. Really weird. Really weird. And it's crazy because the last time I rode that thing, the thing rode really nice. I was really happy with it. It's like, you come here and I'm like, I don't even know what was going on. That is concerning. That is concerning. Well, I hope you guys enjoy the video. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. Check out the I Am Beowulf merch on IamBeowulf.com. Check out my Amazon store, amazon.com/shop/IamBeowulf. If you're driven to win, remember every day is Earth Day. I'll give you guys an update. What I find out once I get home. It's hard to tell. There, I'll have to connect it to the hose and check it out once I get home. But I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out. Beowulf Nation. Check out on fire my GP 1800 RS, man. Just looking amazing. And it's for sale.